properties of precipitate and precipitation reaction. Some of the properties of precipitates and the reaction are as below. The precipitates reaction undergoes in an aqueous solution or medium in an ionic state. An aqueous solution, that is a liquid form. Okay, and the solution or medium in an ionic state. The reaction takes place between ions present in the aqueous solution, forming the product. The products formed at the end of the precipitation reaction are the precipitates, which are insoluble in aqueous solution. Okay, this product is formed when a precipitate or form which a insoluble aqueous in a insoluble aqueous solution. Okay, precipitate reaction are known as ionic reactions since the ions actively take part in the reaction and form the product. This is the product. Okay. Okay, the application of precipitation reaction. First, precipitate reaction helps in determining a particular element present in a given solution. This reaction also monitors the formation of a precipitate when some chemical is added to the solution. These are used for extraction of magnesium from the seawater. We all know, all of you students know what seawater looks like. Yeah? So this reaction also monitors formation of precipitate with some chemical added to the solution. These are used for extraction of magnesium in seawater. The human body also encounters this reaction existing between antigens and antibodies. Okay, this reaction also, the application of this precipitate reaction, it also happens in our body. Okay, it also helps in our body by producing antigens and antibodies. Okay, the examples of precipitation reaction in everyday life. Precipitation reaction can be used in wastewater treatment. When a contaminated forms an insoluble solid, then we can use this reaction to precipitate out contaminated ions. In wastewater, a frequent presence of heavy metals can be found, such as compounds of sulfide, hydroxide, so we can add source of hydroxide that is insoluble, which is sodium hydroxide, that will result in a precipitation reaction. Okay, moving on to our lesson, our group activity work. Okay, students, I'll organize you in 3 groups. Okay, you'll answer some of the questions. Okay, it is a group activity work, which is a 5 minutes activity work. Okay, I hope that you students will complete this group activity work. Okay, you'll discuss in groups to answer those questions. Okay, the questions is to predict the result of mixing reasonably concentrated solution of the following ionic compounds. If precipitation is expected, write a balanced net ionic equation for the reaction. Okay, this group activity work you'll do, it is you have to write the balance equation. Okay, balance equation like this. Okay, here are 3 questions. Okay, then after the group activity work, then we'll discuss its solutions. Okay, it's a 5 minutes activity. You can do this activity and answer the questions correctly. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. You may start this group activity. You may start on the group activity work. Okay, answer those 3 questions. Okay, answer those 3 questions. Then after answering the questions, then we'll discuss those answers together in class. You have to cooperate in the group so that you can solve or do those activities. Okay, 2 minutes left for that activity. Okay, 1 minute left for that group activity work. Okay, students, have you finished with that activity?
Yes, madam.
Okay, we'll mark it together in class as a, because it's a group activity work. Okay, I need you students to answer the questions. Okay, and we'll be discussing it together. Okay, the first answer is, the solution is here on the slide, right? You can all see the answers of those activities, of those questions.
Yes, madam.
You can see it.
Yes, madam.
Okay, I hope that these answers matches your answer.
Yes, madam.
Okay, it's 5 marks each. You can exchange your worksheet and mark the answers. It's 5 marks. It's 1 mark each. Total of 5 marks. Okay, you can see the answers and you match what are some of the answers written in this worksheet. Then you can put the marks, the total marks on that worksheet and give it back to the owner, to the other group. Okay, I hope that's we've completed that group activity work. Okay, we'll be moving on to our experiment. Okay, here is a experiment that I've set up here. Okay, okay, students.
Yes,
Okay,
madam.
there are 2 cups, glass cups. Okay, one contains HCl, that's hydrochloric acid.
Acid.
Okay, this is HCl and this is water with baking soda. Okay, you can clearly see that bubbles are formed, right? Foam, it's foam like a type thing you can see inside this glass.
Yes, madam.
This is water with baking soda and this is HCl.
Eight.
Okay, I'll swirl this so that it mixes together with water, baking soda with water. Then after that, I'll mix it together. This baking soda with water with HCl. I'll pour HCl on baking
Powder.
on this.
Baking
This is a bicarbonate solution. Okay, I'll pour this HCl on a bicarbonate solution. Then you can see a clear solution, a white solution. Okay, you can clearly see that. Okay, when I'll swirl it, okay, then after this, then I'll funnel it on this glass so that we can see which precipitate, HCl and bicarbonate, will form. Okay, then I'll pour this so that we can know if the solid or the insoluble part that traps in this funnel, then that is a precipitate. Okay, I'll pour this on this. can see a white precipitate forms, right? It's a bubble formed like a white precipitate. Uh, it's like a bubble formed in that precipitate. So we can know that this bubble or this thing, it is a carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide. Okay, but we can surely know that HCl and bicarbonate, it can form a precipitate. Okay, it form a white precipitate. Okay, that's all about this experiment I've prepared in class, so that you can clearly know what is this topic, or what is meant by a precipitation reaction. Okay, you can take your seat. Okay, you can take a seat. We can move on to our lesson notes. Okay, this is a summarized lesson notes. Okay, I have put up on chart. Okay, we all know that precipitation reaction is also known as a double displacement reaction. Okay, ions of two aqueous reactants exchange places and form two new products. Okay, these two ions, they interchange so that they can form a new product. Okay, A and C are cations, positive ions, which is A and C. A and C is cations, positive ions. B and D is a anion, negative ion. There are two test tubes. Okay, one test tube contains a solution only. The second test tube, it contains suspension. And the third test tube is a precipitate. This is a precipitate, right? Over here, it is a solution, which is it's just a solution. After that, then when it's added to another ion, or another ion, when it mixes together with two salts which mix together, then it forms a suspension. After that, the product will be a